Greetings, family. This is Wanda. Hello. I decided to do a vertical live today, and I wanted to chat with my peoples today. Decided to do a vertical live chat today, and I wanted to chit chat with my people. So, welcome to the channel. This is Diaspora Connect. This is Wanda. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me see something. Okay, let's see. Home. Okay, this is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm trying to wait till some people get in the room before I start chit-chatting. With you. Decided to do a live today because I wanted to check out this vertical live. This vertical live on my phone. So this will be the first time that I'm using the vertical live on my phone. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me. If you hear me, please put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, I have my microphone connected, so hopefully everybody can hear me. Into the chat. Yeah, so hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Let's see. And okay, I'm waiting on other people to get in the room. Come into the room. Welcome to Diaspora Connect. This is Wanda, and decided to do a live today and chat with you today, my family. And I wanted to talk about, I'll wait a few more minutes till some people get in here. There's nobody in here right now, so yeah. Okay, I'm just testing this out too, so don't look too bad. Don't look too bad. I'll make sure I get my head wrap right and everything. Okay. And I'm not sure of where I will see this on I'm looking at the computer and I'm not sure where it's going to show up. So, yeah, just wait. Anyway, welcome to the channel. This is Wanda. I wanted to do a vertical live today. Hello, greetings, family. Welcome in the room. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you and welcome to all my faithful subscribers. Welcome to the new subscribers. I want to say welcome in the room. Thank you so much for taking the time to view my live, to view my channel. And I wanted to chit chat a little bit about our purpose and what we should be doing, food security. So all of us, no matter where you live, whether you live in the West, whether you live on the continent, whether you live in North America, wherever you live, we should all be focusing on food security. Food security. Therefore, all of us, including myself, we should all have some type of garden, some type of organic garden, grow some type of food. We should all be trying to grow some type of food because it's getting to a point where our food security could be at risk, could be at stake, especially if we live in like the city areas and we depend on the government or the local grocery stores to provide food to us. We should all black people everywhere around the 4 corners of the earth should be focusing on food security. That is what I wanted to talk to you about in this live, food security. I think it's very important, and I think most of you know that it's very important. Whether you are in America or in Europe or in, the Caribbean or wherever you are, the most important thing right now is our food security. The way tariffs are going and the way prices are going, and some people may not be able to afford food. we should have, black people should have people that they can go to for food, like farms. If you have a garden, maybe if you grow some things, your neighbor grows some things, the next neighbor grows some things, and then y'all all can share. You can work together and exchange foods. So you may not have money, but you can exchange a tomato for an onion, a pepper for this, or whatever you grow, whatever you have, you can kind of barter. You can barter with each other. So that is something that we should all be trying to do right now. We should be focusing on farming, food security. Farming, food security, organic, garden, something. Grow something, even if you don't have land, if you have a balcony, if you have a backyard, if you have a patio, you should be trying to plant some kind of food, even if it's a small space. Even if it's a small space, you should be trying to plant some kind of food to where if things get tight and if things get, crazy, then you will have something that you planted that you can barter with, that you can, barter with someone for. So we should all be focused on that. And I wanted to do this live because I wanted to chat about that. That's very important. So for me, yes, I am in Africa and food is plenteous here. But still, my focus also is gearing more towards food security. Not only having to buy food from other people, but we should have some type of way that we can get food from each other, like in our own communities, like Black Americans. No matter where you go, you should have like a little network or community where if things get tight, we can feed each other. At least the least we can do is feed each other. So welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So that is what I wanted to talk about or chat about, food security. It is so important that we set up networks and we connect with one another no matter where we live, whether we live in the States, in Europe, or Mexico, or wherever we move to, Africa. We should connect with one another and we should focus on planting some type of food, some type of vegetable, so we can barter with one another. If we don't have money, we can still be able to eat. Food security is the most important thing. Food security right now, with everything that's going on with the tariffs and everything in the US. Everybody over there should be trying to plant something. All of our people should be trying to plant something, because we already know that when things get tight, we the last people that they're gonna think about. Nobody gonna think about us. The only help we're gonna have is from the uncreated creator above and each other. That's the only help we're gonna have when it comes to if things get tight, if food gets tight. We're gonna have to look out for each other. We're gonna have to take care of one another. We're gonna have to feed one another. So we should all be trying to find ways to plant something, some kind of food. If you don't have a patio or something outside, maybe you can have a little space in your house where you can do the inside pots or something. But we should all be trying to plant some type of food in wherever we are. Even if you don't have land, you may not have the money for that, but you have a small space. Get some pots or get some bags or whatever. They use so much now that you can start planting, start small. You don't have to feel overwhelmed. You can start, even if you just start with one thing, you might only be able to plant onions or tomatoes or something like that. Then when you grow them, you can barter with other people. They can give you something else and you can give them, y'all can barter, especially us. When I say us in our community, Black Americans, African Americans, we could be working together to feed one another when times get rough and things get really bad, because the way things are looking with the tariffs, things are going to get really, really bad in the US. And so we're not going to have government assistance to help us. So we're going to have to look out for our own people. We're going to have to be able to feed our own people, to take care of our own people. We may not be able to house them, but we should be able to at least feed them. So you should, work on trying to acquire land if you can. If not, with the land, with the space you have, whether it's a patio, backyard, porch, small front yard, small backyard, plant something, put some kind of seeds in the ground and grow some food for food security. And that's what most of us should be focused on, especially when you're coming over here to Africa and you're talking about doing business. A lot of people want to do business over here. Everybody should be looking at agriculture, family. All of us, especially when I say everybody, meaning all of us from the West, the black people from the West, the Afro diaspora, all of us should be talking about farming, organic gardening as a business, because food security is going to be very important for us specifically, because we'll be, foreigners in a different country. So we just have to make sure that we're working to build something for our own people. So whether it's an organic garden, it's farming, it's, some type of agriculture, something that we can produce food. We can be a producer instead of always a consumer. We're always consumers. We're always buying from other people. But it's time for us to start being a producer, to produce our own foods. Manufacture them too. You can make different things out of them. And that's something that you could do. But food security is big right now. Something that we need to be focusing on right now. Everything is going down with the economy and everything like that, and the money and everything. So people are going to need food, family. So if you can, even if it's only a few people able to do it, only a few people with resources that can do it, that will be very helpful, to where people can have farms and we can have more, farms and gardens and foods that we could survive on, we can eat. And then people growing herbs and for medicines for us. People may not have money to go to the doctor, to the hospital for this, that, but you have your natural remedies, you have your herbs. And so we should be thinking like that at this point, before things get, it's bad already, but it's going to get worse. So we have to be preparing, I would say. Preparing for the worst. We should be preparing for the worst. And so that being the case, planting fruit, vegetables, herbs, learning natural remedies for sicknesses and for health issues, because people may not have money to be able to go to the hospital for stuff. And then at a point, it's not going to be the safest for us to be going to a hospital anyway. So yes, we need to have food security, farms, organic gardens, plant herbs and stuff like that. Tea, for us to have teas and stuff for healing for our bodies. And so, I just wanted to do this because it was kind of like on my mind. I'm like, I hear a lot of people talking about it, but I just wanted to reaffirm or reconfirm or, discuss it on my channel, because I wanted to do this live anyway. It's been a while since I did a live, so I wanted to do a live anyway, but I wanted to share the importance of food security and how important it is, whether you want to leave the West, you want to come to Africa, or if you want to go to Mexico or Thailand or Barbados or Panama, you can do that over there too. Wherever we are as a people, we should be trying to do that, because it's always a little community of us, to where we don't have to depend on others to take care of us. We should be in a position where we can provide for our own self and our own people. So I just wanted to chat with you about that. And I don't know if the time is kind of awkward because there's not a lot of people on here. I'll stay on a little bit longer. I didn't want to make this a long live, but I did want to do one at least, because I needed to, do one since I've been monetized. I wanted to do one, since. And they say vertical lives are pretty good. So this is my first vertical live on my phone. So I don't have any feedback, so someone can tell me if they hear me okay, if everything sounds okay. So I'm just taking the word for it. So let's see. Let me see if I can do something. Okay, let's see. I was trying to type in here, but I just don't know. Um, yeah, I don't want to be pushing too many buttons because I don't want to mess things up. But oh, okay, someone came in. We can okay. Hey, Mike G, welcome to my live. Welcome. Thank you so much for responding to me because I've been talking and talking and talking. Nobody was really on here, but I know that people can watch the playback. And I know this is kind of a weird time because I normally don't do lives or whatever, and even around this time, but I wanted to try something new and different and come on at a different time. So my time here in Tanzania is 7:26 p.m. because 7:26 p.m. here in Tanzania. So I wanted to do this live because I was sharing that we as a nation of people should be working on food security. And it doesn't matter if we're in the West or if we're on the continent or we're in Thailand and Barbados and Bahamas or Panama or wherever. We should be focusing on food security. And I was saying somebody should have a farm. We should have at least somebody with a farm or organic garden or something like growing food, even if you have to do it on your porch, your backyard, your back porch, or maybe a little section, even indoors. If you have some people use bags and they use the bags to grow in, you can grow food. So I was saying that we should be focusing on trying to grow some food. Yes, 7 hours. Okay, you in Canada? Okay, 7 hours, yes. And I think in the US it's like either 8. I think it's 8 or 9 hours. I'm 8 or 9 hours from the people in the US, so. But yeah, I was just sharing that was kind of on my heart about food security for us, because it's going to get so bad when our people shouldn't be like, hey, Tanzania, Tony. Oh, shit. Oh, 50 Cent. I know Tanzania, Tony. I know. I'm not doing a whole lot right now based on what I'm seeing, but I'm trying. I'm trying to use this vertical live. I'm trying to use all the different tools at my disposal. So it won't hurt to try. What I was saying, we should all be focusing on trying to plant something to eat. Because if things get bad, economy get bad, the money get bad, then at least we'll have something growing, like some kind of fruits or vegetables or some kind of like an organic garden or a farm or people planting herbs or medicines. Like we should all of us should be trying to do at least something like that. So I wanted to share that, and I know we know that, but it's good to hear it. Like for me, I have pots outside on my porch, going up and down on my porch of stuff I'm planting. This is my first time doing this, so we'll see how it goes. But things are growing. Like the plant part of it is growing. I don't see no food yet, but but a couple of them were trees though. But at least they're growing. So I could say that I'm putting forth effort while I'm sharing and encouraging people to do it. I'm putting forth effort into trying to do it myself. So yeah, we should all be trying to do that, because if things get really bad, then, we're over here in Africa, and it's plenty of food over here, but I'm like in the West, if things get really bad over there, our people going to need farmers, they're going to need food. And if the stores close and the government stop helping our people and all that stuff, then, which they're doing now, then people are going to be hungry. So we have to put ourselves in a position where we can feed each other. Like we have a little, even if it's just a little organic garden with tomatoes and onions for a salad, something, tomatoes and onions or cucumbers, something to where people won't be like hungry. We can try to help a little bit, and we can barter with each other. So it's something that I'm becoming like really passionate about: farming, organic gardening, growing our own stuff, so we can take care of each other, and we won't be hungry and out, hungry and not having any food. We may not be able to house each other, but at least we could try to feed each other. you know. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about on this live. Yeah, I just wanted to share and encourage those who are doing it to keep doing what you're doing. Me, I'm on my end over here. I'm in Tanzania and I'm still looking for something myself. I'm looking more for like farming now instead of just me thinking about business all the time. I'm thinking more about, you know, even with the farming, that's a business because you can sell your food, your fruit and vegetables and your stuff like that. But food security is important. And like I said, I'm over here in Africa and there's plenty of food over here, but I'm thinking about my people in the West. You know, they gonna need some farmers and some fruit, some food. So if the store shut down, if it's too expensive to purchase, then they'll still be able to eat and they won't be like starving, you know. So that's all I really wanted to say. I'm not gonna make this live long. I just want to do it and kind of test it out to see how it goes, how many people jumps in. I guess this time is not the best because I only had 2 people jumped in. So maybe I'll do something a little bit later where more people are up and moving around and about in the U.S. So yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to come to you because I didn't have nothing else to do, and I was like, let me do this live and see how this vertical live is going. So, but all is well here in Tanzania. All is well. Again, this is Diaspora Connect. This is Wanda. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thumbs up. Hit on the notification bell, and so you'll be notified whenever I do a video, a live, or anything. Trying to be more consistent now that I'm monetized. Yeah, I don't get half as many views. Like, yeah, I don't get half as many views as like a lot of people do, but I still feel like my content is valuable for those who are interested in visiting Tanzania, relocating, doing business. It's valuable information. So I have a playlist. It's for business, people that want to do business. I give a lot of information. Everything is not for a fee, just specific stuff. But I do consultations. I do relocation and business consultations for those who are interested in relocating to Tanzania and or doing business in Tanzania. Yes, I do consultations and I do charge a fee. But for the most part, I share a lot of free information with you. So whether you decide that you want to visit or you want to leave the West, then you can reach out to me. Or if you don't and you decide that you want to stay in the West and ride it out, stay in America and ride it out, get you some land if you can, or plant you some fruits and vegetables outside the front door, the back door, the porch, patio, in your house. Get you some bags, grow you some food. So when things get tight, tariffs get bad, stores shut down, you will be able to eat. And you won't have to spend, you know, it won't be you spending so much money just to eat. You know, you'll have some food that you're growing. Make sure you get rice, make sure you get beans. Have a whole bunch of rice and beans set aside for emergencies, and then grow you a little bit of fruit and vegetables. Some pots for yourself. At least you should be able to feed yourself. Even if you can't feed a lot of people, you should be able to feed you and your family, even if you don't have land, right? So yeah, but anyway, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll do another video or live in the next couple of days. So I'm going to say peace, family. See you guys in the next video or live.